Our Black Book segment, we've both had a few this week, haven't we, mate?
We do.
We do, great. And I'll go first. We've got, I spotted one in Hong Kong last weekend. 4-year-old by Redute's Choice called Packing OK. Now, it was having its first start in Hong Kong since leaving our shores. It had previously been trained in Victoria. I do remember seeing this horse win at Ballarat over a mile by 4.5 lengths, and he did it soft. Could have won by a lot further. And I'd been I've been looking out for this bloke and didn't spot it until I noticed it in Hong Kong last Sunday, and it was tardy away, settled towards the rear of the field. I think it was second last turning for home, probably giving them a conservative 8 lengths start when straightening, and I was basically screwing up my ticket, getting ready to throw it in a bin, and it's appeared out of nowhere the last time. It's jumped out of the ground, and on a line, would you believe it was eased up to him by half a length. Extremely impressive. Its turn of foot was outstanding. Reminiscent of a horse that's going to be a Group 1 performer over there. So Packing OK is the one you really want to be back booking. He won 1400 first up. He's going to run a mile on a performance the other week. He'll probably run 2 miles. They may even have a derby in mind for this bloke. So look, Packing OK, just bet still borrow, get on it next time he goes around. He's a very special individual, and I think he'll be winning a lot more races over there. Turn you over now to Dean.
The first black booker that I have is from the first race at Randwick yesterday, a 2-year-old filly at a flying spur called Satin Shoes, trained by Clary Connors. It was a very impressive win yesterday, and I thought that knowing Clary Connors, especially this time of year, he does tend to pull out a few 2-year-olds, and you know they're always very competitive going into races like the Golden Slipper. I think he's going to put this horse away now and bring it back next year for the lead-up races into the Golden Slipper. I think it's definitely one to keep an eye on, that's Satin Shoes. And the second horse that I have is Press Day. I watched Press Day work between races at Warwick Farm during the week, and I was really impressed with the way it's come back. It looked really well in the coat, and I know Jimmy Cassidy jumped off it and absolutely gave it glowing reports. It's gone on from strength to strength from its Queensland treble of victories, and I'd be looking for Press Day probably towards the end of the carnival in some of the sprints down the straight at Flemington. So I think it's definitely one to keep an eye on.
And he's having a good run, isn't he, Cassidy?
Yeah,
a lucky day yesterday.
He rode an absolute treat, but I think the horse did a lot of the work there.
Yeah, definitely. He's a nice horse, progressive horse himself, that bloke. Probably a horse we could be black booking, but he won by 6. I mean, I don't think anybody missed it.
Exactly.
All right, then that's a wrap on our black bookers. Hope you have a lot of success with those.